so many views on what's reality, what is true, what actually happened, because none of us was there. So we assume, we read, but what I would love is that humanity, if humanity ever believe in, we was in a better position, because it's just so elementary thinking about Earth. It's quite simple, really. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna drop the basics. Once there was no Earth, then there was Earth. Then there was the first people who was in peace. Reason being is because they had a connection with the Creator. The reason they had a connection with the Creator is because they wasn't born from the womb of a woman. They was grown. The reason they was grown is because you can't have two people before the first people. Yeah? In order to be the first person, they can't be a person before that. So how can they be born from a womb? So therefore, they had to be educated on how to live, because as we know, from a baby we was taught how to live. We was taught how to walk. We was taught how to talk, how to eat, and we learn. So basically, now we are not at peace. We are not at peace. There are people in the world who are more at peace than others. There's people, because basically peace comes from lack of worry. If you got to worry about, we got to worry about food every day. Without food, we can't live. And then on top of it, we've created more problems. We have to have not just clothes, we have to have certain clothes. We we have to, and now we've complicated it to a case where we have to have friends, but not just any friends, certain friends. And we have to have cars, but not just any car, we have to have certain cars. So we've complicated our needs, which is all what peace comes down to. Peace comes down to having your needs. What are our needs? Well, me personally, I think I need respect and to give respect in order to have peace and happiness. I need food. I need good food. I mean, you can have bad food and find happiness, but eventually that bad food will give you sadness. Because we need to work. The body needs to work. It's a sad fact, I know. I don't like it. I love my junk food, but I haven't eaten it in nearly a year. I mean, I had it from time to time, but I used to eat it every day thinking it was okay. And then I became fat, and I had to do something about it. Now I want to become sexy. I would love to become sexy, man. I don't know why. I think to see all these young guys with these abs and chests and everything, and I think, wow, that is how to look. That's how you want to look, and women love it. Women love a sexy guy. That is it. That is it. Bottom line. Women are very shallow creatures. They don't look into the mind, or if he's a kind person, or they just want a good, fit man who usually is a bastard. But that's up to them. I don't really mind, because really and truly, those girls there who want the bastard, they're not really for me because of many reasons. I'm looking for a woman who likes me for who I am, even if I got a big dirty beard, you know, just likes me. I'm not saying anything special. I think I'm special though, personally, but sometimes I don't. But I've kind of lost where I am. I know I was talking about first, and the reason why the past is quite simple to obtain. The past, what actually happened in the past is quite easy. It's not that difficult. And then you got to look at it as the mysteries, like, because there is a lot of mysteries in the world. One of the mysteries is black people. People don't like to talk about this. I know people don't like to talk about this because something's happened in the past which isn't good and led us here to where we are, and the reaction of that isn't good because the action, slavery. If slavery was something good, good things would be happening now with the black community. But slavery is something bad, so it's kind of like the black people are at a disadvantage mentally, spiritually, physically, everything. We have a disadvantage in the world, so we react in a way because we're treated in a certain way, and we've been treated that way. It's like junk food. If you eat junk food for 37 years and all of a sudden you want to go raw vegan, you're going to have a real hard challenge. You're going to have to challenge yourself for maybe 3, 4, 5 years until your body's accepting the program. But for 35 years, 7 years of junk food, you're not going to be able to turn a vegan overnight and find it easy. You're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to suffer that brain telling you pizza, burgers, but you're trying to replace it with salad. You have to go through the pain of that. You have to ride it out. It's like, trust me, for the last 360 days, every night I've gone to sleep, I've been thinking about junk food, and just riding it out. To say nope, nope, nope. Go to sleep. The day is done. The challenge is won. Wake up. I'm not hungry. And when I'm hungry, I try to eat something good, and that something good has been tasty because I haven't given up meat yet. And I think I've always thought that I don't think vegetarian food is bad, but we put so much love and passion into the junk food, and it's so much experimenting, not junk food, but meat. We put so much experimentation on meat with seasoning and all these things that. But then again, saying that, it's probably, it's not even down to taste. Like, sorry to keep jumping from data here. I've been listening to some of my videos and I do get lost. I may not think it because I'm talking to myself in a sense, which I really, really should be doing. But I'll be getting a few subscribers, so I'm thinking that, entertain them a little bit because maybe we are like-minded people. That's why I'm doing this channel, to find like-minded people who are alone, because my way of thinking is not the norm. The normal way of thinking is being like the normal way of thinking isn't very nice. The normal way of thinking is more of a person who's a person who will criticize more than uplift. Or if they're going to uplift, it's going to be artificial. They're going to tell you things you think you want to hear. But they never tell you the truth. I'm about the truth. And I want to meet people who are about the truth. And who are into deep consciousness and, realize the truth. Which is basically, we was once at peace and now we're not at peace. And I believe before slavery, we was all living our purpose, not shaving, not fondling with the same sex, not over sex, just sex wasn't probably very a basic thing, maybe just to have, just to make life. Do you know what I mean? We had so much more to discover. And if we was to live for 800 years, we discovered a lot. On top of discovering, 800 years. Can you imagine how much you're going to discover if you live for 800 years? Do you know what I mean? So, it makes me think, what did happen? Is it something, my honest theory to what actually happened. And you're going to think I'm a bit crazy for this, but maybe some people have come with the same assumptions because there's so much evidence that someone has constructed this system and it's a higher species than a man. In my eyes, a higher species than man has constructed the system. Because if you look within the English language, there's words which are trying to tell you something, like no. No is spelled with a K. Right is spelled with a W. To right. Then they use the same word right for right and wrong, or right and left. So my conclusion is the only way someone could stop a civilization where people was living up to 800 years and living good, and all of a sudden it went bad, is that the higher species constructed this, kind of set up a kind of slavery for all races, and created them from, breeded them and killed the people of the past. So they had the people of the past who lived for 800 years, man and woman, make a kid, raise that kid, and kill the ancestors. I can't think of any other way, and then raise them and raise the Illuminati and made separate society and made high society and then made society live a life that we live and is living. I might not have explained it too well, but I will watch the video and try and explain it. But I've got the thoughts in my head. I hear a lot of videos of deep thinkers, and what they're trying to express is difficult because they've never done it. They've only thought about these thoughts. Being a thinker, that's what you do. You think for yourself, and you may smoke cannabis or you may meditate or whatever, and your thoughts grow, and you grow and grow, and you find the facts through thinking. And when you try and share them, it's very difficult because you've never done it before. And we're not the sort of people to write and those sort of things. We're free thinkers. We're not professionals or scientists or nothing like that. But this has been 12 minutes, and I'm afraid I have to cut the video and watch this and re-edit it. And I know some people out there is probably watching the video and thinking this is a load of rubbish, but it's not for you. This is for certain people, so I'm afraid this is what you're going to hear on this channel. I'm not really about making... I mean, it's nice to get subscribers and to get views, but it's not about that. Peace.